Cocco channel and to another tutorial Tuesday. We haven't done one of these in such a long time. It is just makeup. I don't do my hair that often. I don't know why I had to clear that up. But anyways, I wanted to do something really fun and festive for Thanksgiving and something a little bit different. It probably looks kind of the same right now, but I have like glitter on the lid, and then I did a double wing eyeliner with gold, which I thought was like super fun for Thanksgiving. I mean, you really could wear this anytime, but since it is the week of Thanksgiving, I feel like it's totally appropriate. It's a smoky eye, but it's not too heavy if you're with family, but it's still a little bit sexy if you're with your boyfriend and girlfriend, or you know what I mean, whoever you're with on Thanksgiving. But I absolutely love the way it turned out, and I hope you guys do too. So not only is it super festive for Thanksgiving, we're also using one of the kits for Christmas. This is one of the Too Faced kits. This is the Chocolate Shop. This is exclusive to Sephora. It retails for $58. Obviously, I didn't pay that much for it, but it's really, really cute. The colors are super gorgeous. So what makes it worth the price tag, in my opinion, is you do get 3 deluxe size samples of things that you need for, you know what I mean, almost a complete look. You have the Shadow Insurance, which you guys know used to be my absolute favorite. I still think it's an amazing primer for eyeshadow. However, I did find a new holy grail. This used to be my holy grail for years and years, and I still think it's really, really good. And then you also get a Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is probably in my top 3 favorite mascaras of all time. Especially, I feel like deluxe size samples are always like so much better than full sizes as far as quality goes. I feel like they almost trick you, which I've said on my channel before. And then you get a melted, what is this one? Chocolate milkshake. I've never heard of that. So this is one of the melted chocolates, which I don't own one single melted chocolate, so that's really, really exciting. And then the cool thing about this one is that the palette actually comes out, so you don't have to mess with this. Although, can we just talk about how cute that display is? It's cute, cute, cute. So you get, look at all of these eyeshadows. You have so many different looks. You have a blush, a bronzer, a highlighter, making it a complete palette. And then you have your cool tones. You have some warm tones. More, I think I would call this more cool than warm. You just have a few warm tones, but I am a cool tone gal, so I absolutely love this palette. I definitely think it's worth the money. Somehow this turned into a Worth It Wednesday and a Tutorial Tuesday, but I just really wanted to use this palette. I told you guys in the Sunday Funday haul, originally I wasn't going to get any of the Too Faced kits, but the more I looked at it with the 20% off, I was like, I have to get it. And so this is the first one we're going to use. If you would like to see a tutorial using the other one, the Grand Hotel Cafe, which has the 3 different palettes in it, let me know down below. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do. If you are new, hello and welcome. My name is Brittany Cocco, and you are watching the Cocco channel. Please subscribe if you're not already. It really would mean the world to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and pull my bangs out of my face with a little headband, and then I am going to put Smashbox primer water all over, obviously. I feel like this just makes everything go on smoother, even like your primers, which I know sounds really weird, but we're going to go ahead and go in with the Stila One Step Correct and try and cancel out some of that redness. When I say some, I mean all of it, because there's a ton of it. I really wish I would have used the coupon for the VIB sale to repurchase this, but I completely forgot. Next up, let's go ahead and get into the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer and try and fill in some of those gigantor pores. I'm glad that I purchased this with the coupon, because that stuff is expensive. Next up, going into the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and this one is in light neutral, which is a little bit more of my skin tone when I had been using the fair neutral, which was just like a brightening rather than a correcting, you know what I mean? Here I'm just like going around the redness of, I have a lot of redness around my mouth, around my nose, and then obviously the dark circles on my eyes, which are below, you know, my eyes, and then even in my corners, which is pretty typical with people who do have dark circles. And then, you know, the redness around your nose is just hormones, so almost everyone has it. So I am actually using a Chi Chi sponge, which my girl Alana got me. Going in with the Nars. I'm making that face because it is so liquidy. This is the Luminous foundation, the Nars Luminous, whatever. You know, they all have different names, but it's just a luminous foundation, and it is so liquidy, and it's almost like greasy kind of. But again, this is a first impression. This is the first time I used it, and I liked it, but it is definitely very makeup looking. You know what I mean? You know how there's those foundations that look good and you can't tell, and then there's foundations where you're like, that girl's wearing makeup. It's definitely one of those. So it would be good for filming because it's not as obvious, but like in person, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Okay. Then I'm taking that gigantic Marc Jacobs. It's technically a bronzing brush, but I knew I was going to use it for translucent powder. And I'm using the RCMA No Color Powder, which I put into a little itty bitty Laura Mercier little pot because everybody knows the RCMA packaging sucks butt. And I'm putting a ton on just to set everything, and then I do brush it off. I don't leave it all on there like that. And my foundation looks very patchy, but it was not like that in real life. Next up, I am using that Hourglass palette that I'm holding, that new marble one, and I'm using the bronzer in that palette. And then that brush that I'm using is the Kat Von D Shade and Light brush. So one is obviously for contouring, and then the other one is for setting. But I think it serves me better for some reason, using it as a blush brush, just because I don't like bake and set like how normal people do, or not normal people, but most people. So I'm using another blush from the same palette. So I just flipped it over and used that instead of for setting, is what I was trying to say. And I think it works really, really well because, like I said, I have like a shorter face, like more oval, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. It just worked. I don't need like a huge blush brush. And then using the strobing powder in that, I used it on my cheeks, my nose, and my little cupid's bow using a Real Techniques. Technically it's a setting brush, but going in with a giant flower brush, I'm just taking that finishing powder and putting that all over just to blend everything together. Let's get started on the eyes. I am using the Smashbox 24-hour photo finish eyeshadow primer, best primer ever. And we are going to be using the Christmas in New York Chocolate Shop by Too Faced. And just to set down that primer, I'm using Banana Date, which is like my skin tone. And then using a Morphe Morphe S27. I grabbed the color Chocoholic and just ran that through my crease. I'm only showing you one eye at a time, so it's not too long. Next up, I grabbed a It Cosmetics airbrush. This is the number 107. It's a blending shadow brush, and I grabbed this really pretty gray color called Guilt Free. And I just wanted to do something cool tone. I feel like there's not a whole lot of tutorials because everybody absolutely loves like warm tones. You know what I mean? Like your more well-known YouTubers do a lot of warm tones. And so I just absolutely love cool tones, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I'm putting that gray color right underneath the Chocoholic and not bringing it up higher. And then I'm going to take that same brush and grab the color Raspberry Rose, which is just like a pink color that ended up coming out a little bit more white, but I wanted this as a base for the glitter color that I put on next. And I'm just putting that like pretty much in the center of the lid. I'm not going like all the way, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to grab the color right next to it, and I'm just going to use my finger. This is the color Sugared Raisin, and I'm a little disappointed in this color. I thought that it was going to be a little bit more color rather than just glitter, but I really do think that the look turned out really pretty with it just being a glitter. I just thought that there was going to be more pigment behind it because it looks like it has like a little bit of a pink in it. Anyways, moving on, we're grabbing the color Tootsie, and we're grabbing that on the Ulta this is an Ulta crease brush, and I'm just going to put that on my outer V And then I do go back in, I don't think I show it to you on here. I do go back in and, you know what I mean, like go back and forth between the colors just to blend it all in. You kind of want to work your way up and then work your steps backwards. So I would go like back in with the gray color and then go back in with the Chocoholic, like that brown color. That makes sense, right? And then for my inner corner, I am using the color Pound Cake, which is like one of those favorite colors of mine that has like a gold, but it like almost like a pink shift to it. And then I just grabbed that brush that I used for setting it and just wiped off the glitter and made sure there was no like shadows down there. And then that funny face that I just made is because I'm really nervous. This is my first time ever doing brows on camera. This is the Anastasia Brow, not the Brow Wiz, but you know which one I'm talking about. And it's just in the color blonde. And so what I do, and this may be wrong, like I said, I haven't been doing them that long. I comb them up and fill in the front, which is where I have a lot of sparseness and missing, you know, hair. And so I just go back and forth making small strokes and pressing a little bit harder in the front. And then as I get towards the back, I go a little bit lighter, which I know is like the opposite of what you're supposed to do. Most people have like really dramatic tails and softer fronts, but I have like that huge bald spot in the front and my brows in the back are thicker. So that's just what works for me and that's how I like it. You know, if you have any other suggestions and you want to say them kindly, then go ahead and leave them down below. But I have been really, really enjoying doing my brows, and I think that this color is absolutely perfect for my hair. I think it matches perfectly. So again, that is in the color Blonde. And if you are interested in starting to do your brows, if I can do it, you can definitely do it, because I always thought I would never, ever do my brows, but here I am. I used to get so mad at people, always used to tell me, like, if you just did your brows, you would look this much better. Like, no, I don't have to do anything. You know, because I barely even have any, but look at what a difference that makes. Insane. So there are both brows done. I was pretty happy about it. Moving on, I'm using a liquid eyeliner. This is in the Eye of Horus. It's the Alchemy Gold. My girl Alana from New Zealand got this for me. And I've only used it a couple of times, but like I said in the intro, I feel like the gold is the perfect like accent, you know what I mean? It goes, you could wear this for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. I feel like this look is just absolutely perfect for holidays, and it's so different, you know what I mean? To have like the double eyeliner and a cool tone, to whereas like Thanksgiving is like a fall holiday and everyone's gonna be wearing like warmer tones. I don't know. I just was really, really happy with the way this turned out. And so I decided to also put the gold underneath my lower lash line, which is what I'm showing you right here, just to bring it all the way around and add a little bit more of that brightness underneath. And then going in, I am using my trusty Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Eye Boost Lash Pen, something like that. It's, you know, you guys know all about this pen if you've been on my channel for a while. And yes, that one eye did get the gold up above, but I do get it off later on. I didn't walk around with it all day, just for those who are wondering. So I basically just traced the gold, you know what I mean, with the black, and just made sure to stay obviously below it. Common sense, right? It's not hard at all. I promise you guys, it really wasn't. It didn't take me long to do this look at all. So now I'm going to go ahead and set my face. A really good tip for maybe beginners or people who have like, you know what I mean, like hooded eyes like I do, and I even have a lazy eye, is to do your setting spray before your mascara. That way you don't get little dots all over your lid and below your, you know, lower lash line when you get them wet, you know what I mean? Like, and I have really long eyelashes, and so I always spray my face before mascara. And I am using the Stila Huge, which is just an amazing mascara in deluxe size, which I have told you guys many, many times. And I did do, I think, 2 coats. And I used my little eyelash comb in between, which is from Sonia Kashuk, and it's a metal tooth comb. And that makes all the difference. So that is the finished eye look. I absolutely love the way it turned out. Like I said, I did remove that later. Then I am going in with the e.l.f. eyeliner and shadow stick. It's in the color Pearl. My grandma actually gave it to me, and so I just thought it was a little bit darker and I wanted to brighten up the look. So I just put that on my lower lash line. Anytime you want to look a little bit more awake, always put white or tan, you know what I mean, to make you look really like baby doll like almost. So obviously I'm moving on to the lips, and this is the Marc Jacobs auto liner in Nudist. And so I did line my lips and then filled them in completely with that, but it's just taking forever for me to do that. And then I went in with the Essence lipstick that I just got. I think it's in Nude. All this stuff is going to be linked down below, just so you guys know. And I just went over that, and so it wasn't completely matte, and I absolutely love that. Look at me. Yes, yes. So here is a up close and personal look of the look. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really, really, really love the way it came out. If you have any suggestions, or you would like me to see, if you would like to see me do any other tutorials, please leave it in the comments down below. Thank you guys so, so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. It really would mean the world to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
And not only is it super fun for Thanksgiving, but we are using a kit. Okay. And what I absolutely love about this kit, what makes it worth it to me for the price tag, is you get this little trio of little, oh my god, this little trio of little